So somebody recently asked me if I could do a market update for the Durham region, like Ajax, Oshawa, Whitby and stuff. And I was like, don't mind if I do. If I have access to the stats, which I do, and I have some extra time because he's sleeping in the back, and I just put this together right now. So hopefully you guys find it helpful. But by the way, full disclosure, I don't work in the East End, so I'm probably not the best agent if you guys are looking to buy a place there. Oh, he just woke up. So I'm going to make it quick, and hopefully he can, not get excited. Okay, so let's get started with the stats. What I'm going to do in this video, first of all, is I'm just going to do Ajax and Oshawa, because if I try to cover everything, like, the top 4 places there, the video is like 25 minutes long, because I do want to provide detailed stats, like, so at least it's worth your while to stick around. So for Ajax and Oshawa, this is what's been happening for the last 5 months. You can see here the market is starting to pick up a little bit if you compare it to December and January, but December's slow anyway, so I don't think you should use this as the marker, because there will be some agents telling you, hey, the market's picking up. So February, they had 77 homes sold. That is the fastest month since the month of October. And in Oshawa, there were 171 homes sold. That is the fastest month since October as well. So you might think the market is picking up, and maybe it is, but keep in mind, real estate is very, very hyper local. So whatever I present here is for the whole Ajax and all of Oshawa. Not every corner of Ajax and Oshawa is doing the same. Some are doing better than others, and some even have multiple offers going on. So that is what's been happening for the past 5 months. You can see here, but now let's do it 5-year comparison, because I think that is more important. By the way, if you guys enjoy this kind of stuff, like I mentioned before, there is nothing in it for me by presenting this, but somebody asked, so I was like, sure, why not? If I can help in any way, why not? But if you guys want to help me out, please consider subscribing. Now let's look at Ajax for the past 5 years. Number of sales first, and then we'll get into prices. So number of sales, like I said before, is 77. That might seem like the market's picking up compared to the last 6 months, but if you compare it to the last 2 years, especially when the market was insane, it is down quite a bit. It's down more than 50%, and it is about 50% if you compare to 2020, and it is still slower than, so it's still the slowest month in the last, in all of February for the last 5 years. Oshawa is about the same. It's still slower than the peak of the market, which was 2021, 2022, and still slower than 2020. A little bit faster than 2019. So Ajax, slowest February we've seen in the last 5 years, at least. I could go back more. And Oshawa, the slowest February we've seen in the last 4 years. Now let's get into prices, because I think that is what makes or breaks a deal. So prices for Ajax, this is the same thing, February of 2019 all the way to February of 2023. The prices, if you compare to what was happening last year, they've dropped quite a bit. They've dropped, like, I would say more than $300,000. This is February 2022, which was the peak of the market. Like January, February, and March of last year was the busiest time we've seen in a long time. And I mean, just look at this. Like, if you just want to see what's been going on in Ajax, in 2019 of February, you could get a house for under $750,000, a detached house in Ajax, under 750. Then it jumped up slightly to 788, which is fine. That's normal. Real estate does go up over time. And then it took like over a $200,000 jump in 1 year. You might be like, wow, that's amazing. Like, how did that jump happen, in 1 year? But that is nothing compared to what happened in 2022. Take a look at this, like a $400,000 jump in just 1 year for detached homes. I honestly don't know where people found the money. I don't get it. But hey, if you were able to buy and sell, and if you were able to get out at the right time, congrats to you, because that is a lot of money. But now things have started to come back to normal, and now they are selling for 1.13. Like I said before, some pockets of Ajax and Oshawa are picking up, but you guys want to talk to a local agent and see if you are in that market or not, because not every house is selling, contrary to popular belief. Like I see ads on social media starting to come out saying that, oh, everything's selling with multiple offers. That is not the case. Some are selling, generally because they're priced below market value. Let's face it, it's not really rocket science what's going on there. A freehold townhouse was $561 in 2019. Then it went all the way over $1 million. So like a $500,000 jump in 3 years, and now it has come below $1,971,000. Condos are still doing relatively well. They have dropped to, compared to last year, they've dropped about $140,000. But compared to 2021, the prices are still higher. Same with detached homes, so the prices are still hanging on. They were free falling for the last, like from April to, I would say, about November. They dropped about like 25%. But since then, they have dropped only about like 5% or so. Now let's look at Oshawa. Oshawa for the past 5 Februarys, like February 2019 to February 2023. A detached house right now is selling for approximately $848,000. That is pretty much in line with what was happening in 2021. They went up like almost $400,000, and now they have come down almost $400,000. In freehold townhouses, back in 2019, you could get a freehold townhouse for $462,000, and then it went up. This is what I would consider normal, like, going up like this much, like $70,000, $80,000 per year. That is still very, very good. Like, that's a good investment. But I mean, I don't get it. Like, then it went up like $150,000 in 1 year, and then goes up $300,000 in 1 year. Like, come on. So now it has come down $200,000. They're selling for about $809,000. This is average prices, by the way. These are all average prices that I'm covering. Condos in Oshawa, 243, then it went up to 310, then 243 again, then it went up to 490, and now we are selling Oshawa condo on average is selling around the $400,000 mark. So let me see what else I have. I think what you want to keep an eye on, if you do live in Ajax or Oshawa, there will be ads coming out in the next 2-3 months saying that, hey, the market's picking up, we have bottomed out, and now we're climbing back up, so get in before it's too late. That might be true, that might not be true. No one knows, like no one has a crystal ball, so I can't really say. The last thing I would want, like, I'm always hesitant when people ask me, like, hey, is it a good time to buy now, or should I wait 6 months? The sales answer is always, best time to buy is today. Best time to sell is today. But that is the typical sales answer we've been taught for the last 50 years. But that is not always the best answer. You have to do what's right for your family and your situation, because it's a lot of money. It's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and all it takes is a couple of wrong moves and you get set back like years and years. So before you guys listen to any like savvy, slick ads, do your own research. I'll do my best to provide you guys stats. Like I said before, this is straight from the Toronto MLS. Like, this is not my numbers. I just present the stats as I see them. So hopefully it helps you guys out, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.